I call this hearing to order. I'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year. Welcome back to everyone on the committee. And as Chairman, I look forward to another very productive year. I'll tell you, Senator Carper, I have this incredible list of things that we've done for the last year, working together in partnership, very successful. The staff has put it together, and it shows that we're a committee that works and gets things done. Last year, we advanced bipartisan transportation infrastructure legislation. This year, the full Senate will pass that legislation so we can build better roads and bridges and highways. We'll be working on legislation to support critical water infrastructure as well, such as dams and locks and levees. We'll also continue to work together to advance legislation to protect America's air, our water, our wildlife. This committee has a proven track record of working across the aisle to get important legislation done, and I look forward to having that continue in 2020 and working in partnership with you. Today's hearing is a great way to start the year by examining a popular program that improves water quality through cooperation, not regulation. This program is the Nonpoint Source Management Program under the Clean Water Act. It was established in 1987. The program recognizes that controlling water pollution is not a one-size-fits-all issue. Non-point sources are ones that do not come out of a pipe or a confined source. They're everywhere, runoffs from roads in urban areas, to water from agricultural operations, to sediment from construction sites, and eroding stream banks. For this reason, Congress correctly recognized that the best way to address these non-point source pollutions is to empower states. States come up with solutions that work for them. Washington provides grant funding for states to implement their programs. States must secure our funding to leverage those federal dollars. The program is more than 30 years old. It has seen many successes, and we want to make sure it is working as effectively as possible. That's why we're having this hearing today. And we're honored to welcome two experts from very different parts of the country, but both who realize just how very important this is. We have from Wyoming, Jennifer Zygmunt, who is the Non-Point Source Program Coordinator at the Wyoming Department of Environmental Quality. Wyoming has some of the cleanest water and air and land in the country. Wyoming is the home of the headwaters that supply water throughout the country. The four major river basins fed by Wyoming are the Missouri, Mississippi, the Green, Colorado, the Snake, Columbia, and the Great Salt Lake. So Wyoming also uses a variety of industries that rely on water supply and reuse, including energy production, ranching, farming. Effective conservation and cleanup of water in Wyoming requires flexibility plus a deep understanding of our water systems. The Non-Point Source Program was designed to do just that, to give states flexibility to manage water and to reduce pollution in a way that is best suited to the state's needs. So from 1999 to 2018, about 20 years, Wyoming funded 164 projects under its Non-Point Source Management Program. As a result of the program, 15 streams and river segments, more than 187 miles in length, are now clean. In 2018, Wyoming completed 6 projects. Those projects reduced sediment, reduced nitrogen, reduced phosphorus and E. coli loading in Wyoming's rivers and streams. Sediment loading alone fell by more than 40,000 tons per year. The U.S. EPA has published a number of Wyoming's non-point source projects as model success stories. One EPA-published example occurred near my hometown of Casper, Wyoming, where yesterday the wind was blowing 79 miles an hour. And they closed down the federal government because of that, where they thought it might snow. Well, who are these people? Parts of Wyoming have naturally high levels of selenium in the soil. Several years of cooperative work between the Natrona County Conservation District, the state of Wyoming, local landowners, and a number of other organizations led the selenium levels to them falling in the North Platte River. Selenium levels in the river dramatically decreased due to the education, due to outreach, and voluntary implementation of best management practices. These efforts included converting hundreds of acres from flood irrigation to sprinkler irrigation and replacing open irrigation ditches with underground pipelines. 36-mile segment of the North Platte River now meets water quality criteria for selenium. So I look forward to hearing more about Wyoming's successes through this program during today's testimony. I also look forward to hearing from Secretary Ben Grumbles from Maryland. We have 2 Maryland senators on this committee. This is a very critical committee, and we're happy to have you here to testify. And I know that both of the senators from Maryland are here to listen very closely to what you have to say, because Maryland, as you know, and this committee is constantly reminded, is home to the Chesapeake Bay. Maryland has critical challenges, and I know that Secretary Grumbles, you will discuss those. So I now like to turn to Ranking Member Carper for his opening remarks.